the match, Dr. Jennifer Millar and Lieutenant Colonel Lou Egg from Jessup University. Drop the ball in the stand for us, guys. There we go. Give it up, our captains of the match here tonight. All right, fans, and we welcome you here to Hart Health Park. My name is Connor Sutton. I'm excited to introduce you to our night, our high five squad. Check them out. They get to high five the players as they come onto the pitch here tonight at Hart Health Park. How cool is that? You could be a part of that at a future match by going to sacrepublicfc.com/groups. Come on the field pre-match as we get ready for kickoff here tonight. And that horn means we are 5 minutes from kickoff. Ladies and gentlemen, you better get to your seats in a hurry. We are 5 minutes for kickoff. You're not going to want to miss the players walking out in the first kickoff here at Hart Health Park.
I think it sounds better live, but at the same time, but I built it now to where he should be done talking right as he goes. He shouldn't be talking if he is there late.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, as you know here at Hart Health Park, we need your help with the starting lineups. The energy here tonight is important, and we need your help. When we say the first name with starting lineups, we need you, the fans, to yell the last name, all right? So we're going to get you ready with someone who's returning to the lineup tonight, Jared Timmer. So when I say Jared, everybody else, look at the video board and yell Timmer. Are you ready? Here we go. Defender number 5, Jared. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. We need your help with all 11 stars. That's coming up. And of course, in Louisville City is your time tonight, and we don't like it.
Are you, you guys doing
You're
good?
going to hear this sound.
This is cool that you get to do this, right? It's good. It looks good, too.
Some people already know it's milking the clock.
It's just pro.
Crystal Creamery.
Yeah.
Instead of booing them, you can move them.
Do you have to poop? What happened?
We expect you to get loud tonight here at Hart Health Park.
A drink?
No, I don't know. Yeah, he's about to.
Good for him.
Get me one.
All right. All right, have some fun.
You know my dad now pimping for real. Yeah, been down to Memphis, Tennessee. I don't like live. I like recording. I'm just telling you the things that I see my love. I got drinks, notes, sex, and cash. Those are 4 things I can guarantee my love. Hey, baby girl, let me see you do your dance. Let me see you twirl. Is that your destiny?
I walked in before me. I think it's like motherfucker. I knew it.
again in Sacramento, the Tower Bridge Battalion and the fans shuttling in here to Heart Health Park for what should be another epic battle between Louisville City and Sacramento Republic. Oh, the site once again, Heart Health Park, for just the second time in this series between the two teams. And while they've been around for 10 years each, Adam, this is only the fourth matchup between the two. Many have had these teams circled on the title game year after year. They each have success, but we have not to see it. But we have seen some battles here between these two teams. I'm Rob McAllister. He's Adam Moffat. We welcome you pitchside. Adam, what is the magic here that brings these two teams in such epic contests?
I think both sides have been so consistent in their respective conferences in the East and in the West, and we've seen it in the games prior, and we'll get a little look at that. But I think both teams just want to stamp a little authority over each other, and the players get a chance to do that in the field tonight. It's a beautiful night here.
Well, plenty of fireworks. A season ago, it was at Lynn Family Stadium in Louisville, where we saw a 4-3 victory by Lou City, but it started off a 2-0 lead for the home team. Meanwhile, the Republic came surging back 3 goals in 7 minutes. Heartbreaker, though. Wilson Harris just with the game winner at the death. But here 2 years ago, Adam, it was a 5-0 win, the worst loss in Lou City's history.
Yeah, it's 12 goals over the last 2 games. That is a lot of goals. We'd love to see some of that tonight. I know the fans in here would rather Republic getting more of those goals, but we really are in for a good one tonight.
I mean, averaging 5 goals in each of the contests, it's going to be hard to beat, but we'll try to do it anyway. 2025, game number 4 for Sacramento here at home. Fans are excited. Russell Cicerone and company ready to go. Sacramento, Lou City. More to come.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit
Western Health Advantage provides what really matters. Flexible plans that work for your individual needs. Support for healthy obsessions. Getting more than the basics. Care that uplifts our community. That's my advantage. Whether you get insurance from an employer or covered California, make the healthy switch and find your advantage at westernhealth.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
The Republic. Some call us the best kept secret in town. Well, that's about to change.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Jessup University. Your story starts here. UC Davis Health, believe in better. and Western Health Advantage insurance plans that balance value and coverage. Our starting 11, Kickoff, Lou City, Sacramento from the capital of California is coming up next.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines, and our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
Listen up. Why do you do it? You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car. My mom is out there. That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
A sensational 71 degrees in the capital of California. Let's take a look at our starting 11, brought to you by the Teeman Law Firm for the Sacramento Republic. Couple of changes and a good name back in the lineup. Jared Timmer has not been able to appear in a game yet due to an off-season injury. He is in the back line with Freddie Kleeman and Michelle Benitez. Dominic Bonner, Luis Felipe, Blake Willie, Jack Gurr, Christian Pirano, Russell Cicerone, and Lewis Jameson. Meanwhile, for Lou City, Damian Loss will make his 5th appearance for the club this year. Kyle Adams, Arturo Ordonez, Sean Tosh, who looks to break the all-time USL minutes, and Aiden McFadden, Taylor Davila, Evan Davila, the brothers making their 2nd USL Championship start all-time. Manny Pereira's mix out the midfield. Jansen Wilson, Philip Goodrum, and Ray Serrano. Let's take a look at 2 players that could have an impact in this one. Western Health Advantage taking a look at Russell Cicerone on the Player of the Month watch, 2 goals and assists, and this man red hot. We saw him as a youngster, just a teenager in Seattle, but Ray Serrano, 3 goals in 4 matches so far to start 2025. Adam.
A really strong start to the season for Ray Serrano. He'll love to get going here and get a goal against Sacramento in Sacramento.
Republic in red, Lou City in white. Matthew Corrigan checks his whistle, now his watch. And we are about to go, and here we go from Hardell Park in Sacramento. And quickly, Lou City sends it out of play to throw for the Republic. Adam, let's begin with the Republic here, and what do you want to see in the first 5 minutes?
I think what we've seen in the home game so far, they're not afraid to go press. Put a little bit of pressure on the opposing team, take it to them. You are at home, you want to get these fans behind you as early as possible, but you want to be smart about how you do things too.
Over the top in some spaces, Goodrum, while leads the team in shots, does not have a goal yet on the year. But the way they play, they like to get several guys into the attack. And here is Lewis Jamison with a nice start to his season in Republic uniform. Back to Pirano. Pirano getting the start tonight. And a quick stick by the youngster Blake Willie. Jack Gurr last time on this pitch got his first goal of the 2025 season. An unfortunate draw for the Republic as it went 2-2 late. Penalty kicks awarded to Colorado Springs Switchbacks. And Republic had that game all but sealed, and that is how the Republic are 1-1-1 this year with 4 points. Meanwhile, let's talk about Lou City. Once again, they're at top of the Eastern Conference. Well, for the moment, they're in second place with Loudoun United, top of the East, but they are strong with 10 points on the year, a 76-point campaign a season ago. Young players, veterans in the back, they seem to find this combination that works year after year, Adam.
Found some sort of consistency, and as you mentioned, it's a good blend between the youthfulness and the experience. And they've managed to get in there. That we so disappointed that they did not win the whole thing last year. I think most people thought they would. I did. It wasn't the case. That's what happens in the playoffs.
A brutal 3-0 defeat to Rhode Island, who went on to face Colorado Springs Switchbacks in the final in Colorado. Republic, meanwhile, Adam, probably the bigger story, is starting to get some health in the right direction. Talked about Jared Timmer. He's in the lineup for the first time in 2025. And here's a nice run. Bonner trying to make a room. Inside, and last touch by Sacramento to be a goal kick for Damian Loss. And let's get your keys to the match while we have a moment, Adam.
I think for Sacramento, they have not kept a clean sheet so far this season. Get a chance to do so at home. It's against a real tough opponent, but they got to do it, and we've seen them get in dangerous areas. It's all about being efficient in the box. Can you test the goalkeeper? Not enough of that in the defeat against Tulsa. And then for Louisville, we'll have to operate out wide. Diaz not on the field tonight, but he does come in. He provides some excellent service on that left-hand side, and then in the center of the park. We've got the Davila brothers. Zach Duncan tonight, who's had a really strong start to the season, but in comes Evan Davila for only his third start professional career, I believe. So
Duncan, leading assist man with 2 for Lou City. Also a guy, not that they're a traditional 6, and what to say, going box to box a lot. So Davila, Taylor, and Evan out of Sherman Oaks, both played for Cal Bears, just about an hour, 20 minutes away from here. There, Davila, though, what a transition he has made. He was with RGV, comes to Lou City having some success. Neil Collins, he is quite familiar with Lou City over the years. 3-4-2 his all-time record, and that is with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. And here's Jamison. He's been electric so far in this 25 campaign and got on the score sheet in week 1 in the victory. Here's Jack Gurr, plays it low, and Kyle Adams, formerly of San Diego Loyal, sends it clear. Quick touches here from Republic. You love to see it. That one may have taken a deflection, and it does. Pirano aggressive outside the 18, Adam.
So why not go for it? And Lewis Jameson's really, really sharp so far. He's made some really good runs, and it's the one-touch combination play that he's liking to bring others into the game. And he is going to be the one taking his corner kick.
First Atlas disposal corner kick of the evening. Sacramento Lou City, 4th all-time matchup. It will be Jamison. Curling ball sent away barely by Loss. And Sacramento won't get a chance to recycle, but a beauty from number 24.
Yeah, there was a foul called on the goalkeeper, but that's what you want to do. You want to put that ball right on top and make it as hard as possible. Freddie Clement deemed to have fouled the goalkeeper. You don't do too much to foul the goalkeeper these days. But that's a wicked delivery from Lewis Jamison. I saw there in the last minute. He was thinking about playing the ball out short, building up from the back, but let's get everyone forward and just send it long and see if we can get the second ball.
Aiden McFadden the left side, transferred from Atlanta of MLS 2024, 4 goals, 6 assists. He played a key role after being drafted by the United. Republic coming off a 1-0 defeat at Tulsa. Had plenty of chances. Neil Collins felt like they had an opportunity to go ahead in that first half. They did not convert. Unfortunately, allowed Tulsa late to get a goal to set piece. This is trouble for Sacramento. Lou City keeping it in front. And Danny Vitiello's first test of the night as Manny Perez was in on goal.
Spoke about the threat in those wide areas, and Manny Perez is the one who goes long. And he gets the wrong side of Michel Benitez. And he just couldn't quite get that ball to settle under his feet. Benitez does enough to put him off. Vitiello just smothers the ball. Safely back in his hands. But that's the threat that these wide players. McFadden's going to do it on the left tonight. Mostly we see him on the right, but provide those offensive options.
It's nicely done there by Benitez, trying to find Pirano. Ray Serrano, a hot start to 2025. And they like to play it in some space, and you'll see these center backs out for a run this evening. Freddie Kleeman, team of the week a week ago. See some physicality already between these two teams, Adam, and these are two elite clubs over the past decade. Republic winning the title in 14 and 17 and 18 title winners for Lou City, and most impressive to me, 9 straight Eastern Conference finals in a year ago. They fall short to Rhode Island early in the playoffs, but I'll tell you what, this is a team that's going to be a threat, and Neil Collins knows all too well how dangerous Lou City has been over the years. There's some space again. Here comes Perez, cross coming, chance for Goodrum. It is a fast-paced game here between the Republic and Lou City here early. Davila. Here he had 8 goals, 7 assists. Played forward, Goodrum. He's offside. And they'll let it come all the way out. The flag is up. Goal kick for Danny Vitiello. Danny Cruz, the head man to Lou City, 5th season, all-time winningest and longest tenured coach now with Purple. 3 consecutive USL Eastern Conference championships under his belt. They know one for more, all-around great guy. And here's somebody that you expect is going to be in the conversation for Coach of the Year every single year. And it's almost a shame we don't see Lou City more often. This is always a fun one between these two. Pirano, he's staying on his feet. Kyle Adams couldn't get to him. Jameson's calling for it, plays it behind Russ. There's Felipe, and it's denied. As Taylor Davila, right place. But Vonner and company not done yet.
And those are the moments we spoke about. Efficiency in and around the penalty box. And Christian Pirano does great. He drives forward, but the pass is just behind his target of Russell Cicerone, and you end up not getting a shot on target. Taking a little bit deeper. It was taken too high initially. Maybe that was the reason. We don't know. We'll never find out. And it doesn't matter. Continuing on.
Chip over the top. Vonner making the go. Vonner with the cross. Waiting is Gurr. Pirano goes up. Gurr just sails right over his head. And now it's a foot race as Timmer is able to keep it in play somehow. And last touch by Lou City and a second corner kick for Sacramento.
Once again, Lewis Jameson is the player going over to take this corner kick, brought to you by Atlas Disposal. He's gonna try and do the same as he did last time, or sometimes there's set pieces they've worked on. The fans are ready for some action.
Freddie Kleeman, tallest on the pitch, is targeted right in front of him, and here comes a follow-up by Gurr. And from hip-high distance, it's not going to go. Well, before starting any digging project, it's crucial to contact 811. Free service allows utility companies to mark their underground lines, helping to protect the community from risk of utility line damages. Big or small project, don't worry about it. Just always call 811 before you dig. 10 minutes in, Adam, and this is a game that has high energy written all over it early. New City, perfect on the year. They're coming off a win over Detroit. Serrano and Wilson getting goals. No Kevin Lambert tonight, a late red card for showing studs. He will be unavailable off the bench. And quick touch from Felipe to Willie. Now it's Cicerone. Steps over his man, Cicerone. Almost igniting the crowd.
So well done, and it was Manny Perez. Last second, gets his right leg onto the end of that chance from Cicerone. But the combination initially started Perano. Blake Willie gets it out the other side. Russell gets it on his right. And Perez, outstretched right leg, gets enough on it to deny the Republic, and it's going to be an in-swinger from the other side here. It's going to be Jack Gurr.
Bill Collins talked about capitalizing on their opportunities. He said we had plenty of chances. For these first 3 weeks, we've got to find target more often. Another set piece here for Sacramento. Driven back post, up goes Timmer. Willie. For a moment. This is right back Timmer and company, and the goalkeeper Loss is able to come away with it. Loss on loan from Austin FC, played 34 matches in 2024. Lou City, 75 shots saved by the keeper. And this one will sail out of play. It will be a throw for Jansen Wilson. Beautifully done by Luis Felipe and Vonner. Felipe now back. He's trying to stay on his feet. No whistle. They'll play on. Clean tackle. In the middle to Davila. Evan retreats backwards to Sean Tosh. The 33-year-old out of Illinois. His 9th season with the club. And should he get to the 56-minute mark, he will become the all-time leader in minutes played in the USL Championship. Takeaway by Blake Willie, the youngster, showing no signs that he's going to be soft or timid at it.
It's been real lively to start this season, Blake Willie, and once again tonight, just the way he won that ball. That energy is contagious. Fans feed off it, the players around you feed off it. And it's something that you love about his game. And it's just going to keep getting better as well.
Second match on the road for Lou City this year. Earlier a draw with Birmingham. Ordonez plays it to Perez. Perez on the touchline. Here comes Jamison, a bit of pressure from Sacramento. Serrano going direct. Benitez. You don't see Lou City standing over the ball very often, do you? It is one touch and go, which makes them a bit difficult to defend, especially when you have these wings flying in toward goal.
You do, they're lively, very dynamic. Good drum up top, Ray Serrano. And there you go, Jansen Wilson always looking to get on that ball, and the midfielders underneath.
With that, let's step aside here and hear from our sponsor at the California Office of Traffic Safety.
So you're out for a drink. Before that drink turns to drinks, make a plan to get home safe. Just call a friend, a cab, or get a ride share. Whatever you do, don't let drunk drive. Go safely, California.
Cicerone. Played it forward. Bonner to Felipe. Here comes Cicerone on the run in the 18. The Republic will recycle it back. Bonner looking for some space. He'll get to the edge. Blue City defending nicely, but turn it over here. Right back in possession for Sacramento. Republic 4th in the league in shots, even though they played less of a game than most anybody in the entire conference. Blue City sits at number 2. Both would like to have their conversion numbers a bit higher, but for Blue City, a strong start yet again. Timmer getting past his defender. Serrano trying to hold. Now it's Pirano.
You see the amount of bodies back for Louisville. They're very disciplined, very organized. So for Sacramento, you've got to be patient, move that ball. Maybe you've got to go out the other side.
Stepping in is Willie. Willie to his right has several bodies around him. Gets back up on his feet. He's in the 18, but Kyle Adams holds his ground and heads it back to his keeper.
You almost got through there, Blake Willie, but again, you maybe got a little bit more patient if you're Sacramento. Just move it side to side. And it's just as soon as Blake Willie receives that ball, he does get a few players on him and he battles through it. He needs a little bit of fortune.
Goodrum back around the circle, has space. And now played forward. Vidiello's got to make a decision and cuts in front. Manny Perez, a bit of a threat. 4th season with Lou City. Two coming from Austin FC.
We've seen early from the wide players, McFadden on this near side and the far side, Manny Perez, is they actually, once they start making those runs, they cut inside more. They don't stay out wide and try and get on the shoulder of that defender, that outside center back.
Cicerone keeps it low across the field, right back, a little give and go, a little contact by Sean Tosh on Russell Cicerone is delivering it in. Was Jack Gurr. They tried to bait him into that one. Matthew Corrigan not falling for it.
Yeah, he definitely got hit. I don't think penalty kicks given for that one. Russell Cicerone just kind of checked on his way. And this is where Louisville will just be patient and wait for the right one. That's a good run again from McFadden.
McFadden's just going to send it central. Freddie Kleeman will get a foot to it, but here comes back this Lou City side. Davila. Davila again, an opportunity coming from Jansen Wilson. 9 goals a year ago in a breakout season, the youngster. One of the best players to come out of Kentucky all time. Nearly gets Lou City on the board early.
And it was a great clearance from Freddie Kleeman initially, and Benitez steps up. That allows Jansen Wilson some space. I think Sacramento has to be a little bit tighter in the center of that part. Too many of those second balls are going the way of Louisville City.
The USL on CBS kicks off. 2 former USL Championship winners battling out. San Antonio, Phoenix Rising, 1 o'clock Pacific on CBS. Freddie Kleeman, the crowd does not agree, in a set piece here for Lou City.
It's kind of on that, just maybe an outside range of a shot. Feeling real good about yourself, you might go for him. Ray Serrano is feeling pretty good the way he started this season, so he could be the one taking a pop at this, or you're swinging it in. You've got plenty of big defenders coming up. You know, Davila's got a great left foot as well on him.
Serrano signing with the Seattle Sounders at the age of 15. It will be Serrano. Plays it in front of the 6. A bit too much. And a goal kick for Danny Vidiello. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2025. Republic season ticket memberships are available. Enjoy exclusive benefits. Be part of the excitement all season long.
once again, it's going to fall their way here, Sacramento. But that second ball in the center of the park, there's no one in there.
Pirano's out wide. Pirano's going to send it directly, looking for Jamison. Tough angle. Again, you see 5 back. And Neil Collins is fired up. As Matthew Corrigan saying there is a foul in the middle of the park.
Do you need me to translate what he said there?
What is the Scottish translation?
Excuse me, referee.
What was that there?
No, he wasn't too happy at that. And again, they just kind of given away with a good bit of pressure, right? The Republic.
McFadden, and he is cleared. McFadden a bit upset, but a similar instance on the other side of the pitch, and Matthew Corrigan says it was clean, shoulder to shoulder.
Now, once again, though, you see that run from the white player cutting in between the wing back and the widest center back.
Good step. Jansen was looking to make a charge. Jansen Wilson, while he is one to have scored a few goals, he's also quite a man that can pass as well, and they'd love to see him open up that opportunity here in 2025. But a great year for 24 for this youngster. He gets the start this evening after coming off the bench a week ago. Jared Timmer here. Good to see him back. Obviously, he's been with the club last couple of seasons. What does Jared Timmer mean to this backline for Neil Collins, the Republic staff?
We know we've seen enough of Jared Timmer to know that he's such a great competitor. He's good with the ball at his feet. And he just adds a little bit of athleticism at the back. You know, the recovery runs. Experience like this year, he's going to have to use that recovery speed.
Serrano appears to be onside. Here comes the cross coming. Help arriving for Lou City, and a foul as Benitez goes to ground. Manny Perez. He gets a little bit high, and here comes the training staff for Sacramento.
Called on Perez. I'm not sure if it was Vanna that he actually bumped into. Maybe a little shove. There's the ball. Serrano floated to the back post. Yeah, definitely was Perez who got that contact, but I feel like Louisville's started to come into the game a little bit more, look a little more threatening in the last 10 minutes or so, and Republic had good early opportunities when they found the feet of Lewis Jamison. Unable to quite do that.
This injury stoppage brought to you by Restore Hyper Wellness. Do more of what you love. Receive a free cryotherapy session. Use promo code SRF Cryo. Booking offers good for Sacramento regional locations only. A stretch for Sacramento here. You open up with New Mexico, who was first in the West a season ago. Colorado Springs, week 2, the title winner. A revamped Tulsa side in Oklahoma, which is a brutal place to play. And then you've got the Eastern Conference favorite and maybe one of the most successful teams in the USL Championship ever in Lou City. And Neil Collins feels like we should probably be 3-0.
Yeah, they have played well. You know, I think against the first half against Tulsa was a strong one. Second half, not so. You know, and maybe you say, okay, you know, if we can take a chance in the first half, we'll come away with a draw, and they didn't do so. But that's just kind of where the USL Championship is now. Not every game is going to be tough. You know, you're going to be playing against these teams, and we still don't quite know who's going to be, you know, really strong this season. You can imagine Louisville will be there. They've started off like they will be, and the other teams that are probably faced as well.
from Jack Gurr. Well, Crystal Creamery's been building strong bones and bodies with the freshest dairy from the Central Valley since 1901, taking pride in delivery. Dairy you can trust. Grab the glass, taste how fresh and local can be. That's Crystal Creamery. On the run again, Manny Perez. Falling back is Wilson. Davila in support. Cross coming in, dangerous ball set right back beyond the spot. Down goes Pirano, no whistle coming. Good run back on his feet. He sprays it wide. The shot leader for this Lou City side has had a bit of trouble finding targets so far this year, but he draws so much attention it really allows Serrano and Wilson, whoever might be on the other flank there, to get some looks. And
he was the one that kept that alive. Christian Pirano caught with it under his feet. He just sliced that. Philip Goodwin, we know what he's capable of. So many goals in the USL Championship. But it's not only that, it's his work rate as well. He leads the front line and applying pressure. Just like we saw, that chance came from him forcing the turnover.
He had 21 goals in 2022 with Memphis 901. All-league first-team member, had 12 goals and 23 for Tulsa. Coming halfway through last year from Tulsa. Pirano battling with Davila. Taylor taking it forward. His brother, Evan. How special, though, these two get the second start together and playing with your sibling. The state in which you grew up. This, meanwhile, is Republic running the other way. Gurr crossing this one. Good look. Ordonez has to sell out Benitez. Keeps the tackle going. Felipe sneaking through. Too many white jerseys again. It's quite compact there, and then they try to counter on the other side here. Is Wilson trying to break free. Great recovery coming from Dominic Bonner to slow down the threat.
And it is wonderful for the two brothers. I think this is the second game professionally they've started with each other. And I would love to have done that one. I don't have a brother, but that's stupid. I don't know if she would have liked to be. Yeah, fantastic for them, and they're still young enough as well that this could. And Louisville likes to keep their players a long time, so they could be there a long time. I think we're talking about Taylor. I mean, he's established himself. I think he's one of the best central midfielders in the whole league. Just the way he's come year after year, he's getting stronger and stronger.
Serrano's offside, and he's been the guy that on the list for potential all-league honors. I mean, they really, what he's able to do, 8 goals, 7 assists a season ago. This is a guy that can be quite dangerous. We've seen him penalize the Republic twice now. A late draw here at Hart Health Park while he's with RGV. Gets a goal in the closing minutes. Got a goal in that crazy match last year. So number 17, someone to keep an eye on. Vidiello floating this forward. Jamison. It's been a bit quiet so far tonight. Good step by Benitez, but trips, and there will be a whistle coming in. Elk Grove Charter School. They believe nobody succeeds alone. Come see what a flexible education can do for your student. Frantic first 10 minutes. Someone was trying to grab the game early. Things have settled a bit, and you've seen Lou City start to drop back a little bit and then spring a guy or two forward. How does Sacramento spread them out here?
I think that's what they're looking for. Again, they've had a lot of success just kind of absorbing that pressure, and then some of these longer passes are finding the wide man, making some dangerous run. They got really good timing and when to make the run just as the ball's being released. And then they'll head up the field right now too.
Devlin knows well to dribble out. Davila floating forward, looking for Perez, who tries to head it down. Benitez is unable to stay on his feet. Near the byline, cross coming, direct ball, looking for an opportunity. It stopped. The follow-up from McFadden is sent clear by Sacramento. And Danny Vidiello is going to take a moment.
Maybe the best chance of the night for Louisville. And once again, it comes from the long ball. Manny Perez on the far side. Too many times the first player getting that is Louisville. And he floats this in to the back post, and almost looked like there was a little extended arm out there. Goalkeeper came out. Jack Kerr was in there as well, but Jared Timmer's arm was out of his body. He doesn't know much about that, and it just kind of hits him in the back, actually. But what a stop by Danny Vitiello when you get to see from that angle. Throws his body at it. I would not like to be a coach. Just, hey, you know what? Someone's going to hit this ball as hard at you as possible. Hey, just throw yourself on the ground and then get back up again. No.
Two-time goalkeeper, or Golden Glove winner of the year, and he has been brilliant for Sacramento. He's allowed 4 goals so far this year, but 2 of those penalty kicks and 1 a set piece. So 1 open field goal. They get a lot of credit. They also get a lot of blame for maybe not the right times. It's going to be a throw here for McFadden. He'll throw it into the 6. Sacramento will find it. It comes back to Davila.
These are the moments, Sacramento, everyone's back. So even if you do get that ball clear, Louisville is going to look to keep that pressure on. So when you win it, can you find your strikers? Russell Cicerone, Lewis Jamison.
Serrano will switch the field. Finding Perez, looking for Perez, I should say. Vonner is able to get ahead to it. We'll do it again. Looking for Serrano. Over the top from Cicerone, looking for Jamison here. As Kyle Adams will retreat, and Jamison nearly able to sneak through the back door. Ordonez, direct ball over the top, looking for a runner. Vitiello will shield and let it fall out of play. With that, let's step aside to hear from our sponsor at Smud.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands are taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're changing the world. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
Pressure from Lewis City. Jamison's going to head this forward. Kyle Adams in the right place. As Vonner would have had a one-on-one with the goalkeeper loss.
Almost though, and that's what we spoke about early in the game. He was able to do that, Lewis Jamison. He was getting the service. The first ball's really been played up to him. It was at his head rather than his feet. But here go Louisville.
Wilson collecting, dribbling inside the 18, trying to turn him. Here's an opportunity and sprays it away. Maybe looking for McFadden on the back post. And another quality look from Lou City here, who started to grab a hold of the game.
He was looking for the back post only there. He was not far away, Jansen Wilson. He was forced to come in on his less dominant left foot. And I think that troubled Danny Vitiello for a second. And as you saw, Aiden McFadden was flying in there too, just in case. If he would have missed it by more, McFadden would have got it.
Played with Cicerone, center back. Now his second season with Lewis City, but man, what a decorated center back, number 5 for Lewis City. 2 back-to-back all-league first-team selections with Pittsburgh in 23, with Lewis City here a year ago, and a guy who was drafted originally by your former club, the Houston
Animals.
Allows them to take a few more chances, just like the Republic. The back line is usually a strength of this Lewis City side, and allows their wingers to get forward and take having more chances, I would imagine, when you have a solid veteran core. Meanwhile, the Republic looking to create something here, but everybody back for Lou City. Benitez going to float it. Not quite sure where he's going. And Timmer's going to go in, and a little bit of a high hand on Serrano and get away with it. Over the top, Jack Gurr's got some room. Gurr, and just stepping away is Ordonez. And it's right on cue. Adam Muppet showing why he's one of the best.
He is. You think all of a sudden Jack Gurr's getting in there, but Ordonez reads it. And that's just expert timing from the defender. You get there slightly too late, and you run the risk of giving a penalty kick away.
Another corner kick for Sacramento. Fourth on the evening. It will be Lewis Jamison once again.
And with the arm up, you might wonder why he's got his arm up like that. And this is typically something's been rehearsed.
Toronto comes charging forward.
And I don't think it was that. Or maybe it was.
Crowd looking as well.
And it happens. Again, we saw one almost come off perfectly a few weeks ago. And it is hard. You work on these set pieces again, just in practice. Comes off. That one needs a little bit more practice, but the way the game's going, I think we'll get a few more.
Damian Loss, and 2 goals on the year so far. That's next pro's 2023 goalkeeper of the year. 12 clean sheets with Austin 2. Second year with Lou City. Benitez, that comes off his head, a bit awkward. Serrano was there, going to look to send it, and Freddie Kleeman, wanting no part of Goodwin running in on goal, has to concede the corner. Drums of the Tower Bridge Battalion echoing in the background. Beautiful evening in Sacramento. We're in the 38th minute, no score. Rob McAllister, Adam Moffat with you. 4th match of the year for Sacramento, 5th for Lou City. This ball's driven well, back post, wide open is McFadden, and it's cleared away off the line, and Sacramento escapes again.
The question's got to be asked, how is Aiden McFadden so clear at the back post? Sacramento does get away with it. Freddie Kleeman was the one who just knocks it over the bar, but that is sneaking its way into the goal. And you see the amount of Republic bodies, and no one near McFadden. Typically that is take, or it's more a basketball play, you know about, Rob, but that's what happens. They block him and then get one player on the back.
In swinging ball, back post. Vidiello gets caught up for a moment, but Cicerone has got it at his feet. Benitez looking to send it up the pitch. Lewis Jamison on the run, and misplayed by Serrano. Jamison's got it in the 18. And again, recovering well, but here comes Felipe. It's broken up. It's Davila one more time. Their recovery speed has really been something to marvel at. Here's Willie. So when Sacramento thinks they have a look at him, it comes crashing quickly. Bonner trying to cross something in, looking for an opportunity. Here's Jared Timmer. Timmer settles it, waits for Gurr to make a run. Gurr, backside Gurr, just missed through. Inches away from taking the early lead for Sacramento in the first half. On the backside was Jamison. And Gurr and company can't believe it.
That is class from Jack Gurr. And that is really, really hard to execute a ball coming across your body and going almost with the outside of the foot, and Jamison was inches away from it. It's kind of one of those Schross's shot cross, and really, really hard to do by Jack Gurr. But what a ball from Jared Timmer as well.
And just a touch from Jamison, and it is 1-0 Sacramento. So both sides have threatened here, and a mistake by Loss. That'll be a throw for the Republic.
What the rule on that is, I know right there, I think the ball hit both his feet. So on a penalty kick, they don't count it. If anyone watched Let's Go Madrid, Real Madrid recently, one given, so I just hit it twice there. Indirect free kick right there. I don't know. Probably not the rule, but I gotta look up on it.
Sometimes the work, and Pirano just mistimes it. It's going to be a tough collision. Looks like the Hummer's on the ground. Evan maybe appears to be okay. The official giving him a talking to, so just calm down. But I don't think Pirano had any idea that's what was in front of him. Took a hit there.
Fans coming up at the half. This drive for 45 kids represented by UC Davis Health. Kids, you can head over by section.
Rodrigo Lopez making his 2025 debut. A weekend ago in Tulsa. He is in the 18 yet again. A great sign for Neil Collins and this staff. And also there, Ryan Spalding back in the 18. And Ryan JJ, who we haven't seen so far this year, but showed some great promise in preseason. So Republic starting to get a bit healthy. Well, introducing a new way to connect with Republic FC. Join the text community and get ticket offers, latest news, exclusive content. Text enter to the number on the screen or scan the QR code. You know what a QR code is, Adam? Do they have those when you're growing up?
I have absolutely no idea what that is.
Take your phone out, take a picture, and it'll set you up real quick.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, you don't have to
entered it.
It's quite easy. Look at this game, Adam. Both teams have had chances. You saw Lou City and Midwees that could be at 1-1 right now.
Yeah, we might not see that 4-3 the last time out, but it has been a good game.
Goodrum, Freddie Kleeman being held, and the whistle, and a good practice save nonetheless by Vidiello.
Yeah, it was a foul on Freddie Kleeman. He did well reading the play, getting in front of it. Goodrum just fouling him as the ball fell to Ray Serrano.
This is the fourth time these two teams have gotten together, although you want to throw away the 2023 contest. Just 3 days later, Sacramento went on to play Orlando in the U.S. Open Cup final, so they did lose that game 3-1, but to me, you really got to look at the last two, and it has been nothing but fireworks between these two sides. Tonight, both teams with chances, but you can see quality on the pitch. Who will break through? With the USL Team of the Week, 17 aerial duels won against Tulsa. He has been quite an addition for Sacramento, and one that has had to anchor this back line with injuries to Lee Desmond, Jared Timmer, Chibio Kebu's been in there, Michel Benitez, who's sort of guy who can play defensive midfielder role, play a bit out wide if needed, but he's been that left center back for Neil Collins' side to start the year. Meanwhile, here's Lou City attacking yet again in possession, dancing through it, trying to get somewhere, goes to ground. Freddie Kleeman able to break it up, and a corner kick coming. Making Republic fans a little bit nervous. We saw this a couple of weeks ago. It ended up in a penalty kick, but Kleeman able to get ball first, and it will be another Atlas disposal for the visiting side.
Hard to get it right, and he did, Freddie Kleeman. One-on-one defending in your box, you cannot get that wrong. Oh, I think this is a signal here. Tendon to tie shoes. Davila.
Delivery comes short. It's Benitez. Right back from Wilson, and it will go to be a goal kick for Danny Vidiello.
Sacramento with 5 seconds left in this half. Danny Vitiello taking no chances, just sending everyone up the field.
What the visuals indicate, an additional 1 minute has been added to the end of the first half.
And with 1 minute stoppage time brought to you by Sacramento County Department of Health Services. What stood out to you in this first half of play?
I think it's been a really good affair. It really has. I think both sides have had some opportunities. Neither side's really imposed themselves. Louisville does look a little bit more threatening on the break. And they're sitting back, absorbing that pressure. They've been finding those wide men. I think Sacramento, the same point, have had some really good chances. Lots of set pieces. That means when you get those, it means you're getting yourself in those dangerous spots. Once again, though, it's can you really challenge the goalkeeper? And they're getting one last chance here with about 15 seconds left. And these are the ones you not too close to the goalkeeper, but put it right to the back post. Look for Freddie Kleeman, Jared Timmer, Luis Felipe, and they're going to try and just put it back across the goal.
Delivery coming, crashing. Kyle Adams is there. Willie will take a step, take another touch. And Felipe will keep it at his feet. Willie, here comes the cross, direct from Timmer, back. It's Kleeman, here's Pirano, looking for an opportunity, bouncing through the legs of Lou City, and jumping on it again was the youngster, Blake Willie, which will bring us the end of the first half from Sacramento. Both teams with quality looks. Both feel like they should have a goal. It's probably where it should be. Scoreless in the capital of California. We head to the Modelo halftime show coming up. Jack Gurr and company try to regroup, see if they can find a home win here in early April.
Doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Whoa! Termites can eat a pound of wood a day. 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 What's wrong, Daddy? Daddy? You okay?
Keep termites out of your home and your head with our premium guarantee that covers up to $250,000 in new termite damage. Before panic shows up, Terminix it.
Success doesn't come easy. It takes grit, hustle, and relentless effort. Every step forward brings you closer to greatness. This is your moment. Elevate your game. El Jimador Spiked Bebidas.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Jessup University. Your story starts here. UC Davis Health, believe in better, and Modelo, brewed for those with a fighting spirit. Well, it's halftime here at Hart Health Park. No score. Lose City, Sacramento. Earlier this week, though, Public's newest additions, Dominic Bonner, sat down with Connor Sutton to discuss setting in with the new club here.
Coming through the Dortmund Academy system, won 3 league championships at the youth level. What was it coming up through a club that is such a legendary club over in Germany?
Yeah, I'm very happy that my career started or going up in a club like Borussia Dortmund. I learned a lot. I played with a lot of good players, a lot of good coaches. So the time, all in all, was very super good for me. I could learn so many things, and I'm proud that I was a part of this big club in Germany. Yes. Playing for Coach Neil Collins, what are the things that he talks about that it kind of inspires you guys on the pitch? I think he's a very emotional guy. So he gets us we want to fight for each other. We want to do everything together. I think he likes if the team is familiar. So everybody runs for the other one on the pitch. Who was the toughest accent for you to understand? I think the Scottish one. In our club, yeah, I think... that's tough. Neil Collins is your head coach, man. Sometimes I have problems. But yeah, I need to hear very carefully what he's saying sometimes. I go to him and say, can you explain it to me again? Well, thanks for doing this, man. It was a lot of fun, and we'll have to do it again. So thank you. Good luck again on Saturday. Thank you. Yeah.
See, Bonner says the Scottish accent's the hardest one to understand, but you worked it out okay.
Yep, it is. I'm with you, Dom.
Yeah, but it's been a pleasure learning a little more about Dominic Bonner. We'll have more coming up from Hart Health Park. Sensational night in the city of Sacramento.
At Sky River Casino, experience the height of hospitality. With 18 restaurants and bars, there's something for everyone. It's taste on a whole new level. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com. At Sky River Casino, join today for a chance to receive up to $2,500 in free play. Take your loyalty to new heights with rewards that add up and up. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at skyriver.com.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on being the best at one thing and getting it right every time. Which is why every chicken finger meal we serve is marinated, hand-battered, cooked to order, and made just for you. Quality isn't complicated, and our menu is proof.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Skip the line and order with our app or online.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Listen up. Why do you do it? You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
Don't you see the work zone?
Seriously? Caltrans is working right there. Right next to your speeding car. My mom is out there. That's my dad's truck. That's my papa behind those cones.
So slow down.
Watch out for them. And be alert. How would you feel if that was your dad? Be alert. Be work zone alert.
Our first goal is we want kids to come out here and have fun. Yes, there you go. They're also going to grow, they're going to develop, and they're going to get a good taste of Sac Republic. Lots of learning and lots of fun to be had.
The Republic. Some call us the best kept secret in town. Well, that's about to change.
you think there's a chance for a defender to be named MVP?
Obviously, your team has to be winning, and you need to do some spectacular things on the field. I think it's really the impact that you have on your teammates, raising the standard of the team, of yourself, of all the guys. Who has the most impact on the team, not just the goals or the stats? There's a different nuance to it.
It's the Modelo halftime show, scoreless in Sacramento. The fans excited to get the next 45 underway, but before we do that, let's take a look around the league. Adam, when you think about these first couple of weeks, couple surprises, I mean, Loudoun United sitting at the top of the Eastern Conference currently. If this ends in a draw, they will own it after the end of the night, which is quite surprising. I mean, what a turnaround.
No one expected it, and that is the beauty of a new season, and teams get to reshuffle and reorganize and start afresh, and everyone has championship aspirations in the USL Championship. So early days, but great start for Loudoun.
So let's take a look at our news and notes, and as we take a look around the league, the double-digit goal scorer even over there. So we got more to come here from Hard Health Park, Republic, Louisville City, knotted at 0. Highlights are coming next. Don't go away. Mascots are having a good time. William Jessup University.
¿Cómo se crea una comunidad con actitud ganadora? Manteniéndonos activos, trabajando y jugando juntos, fortaleciendo nuestros cuerpos, huesos y músculos con alimentos sanos, frescos y regionales. Crystal Creamery orgullosamente patrocina a atletas y equipos deportivos en el Valle Central de California. Porque cuando nutres a una comunidad, la comunidad prospera. Crystal Creamery. Simple, local, fresh.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
At Sky River Casino. Catch all the action with rewards that add up and up. Experience new heights. With 18 restaurants, bars, and lounges, there's something for everyone. Enjoy over 80 table games, more than 2,100 slot machines in our thrilling high-limit room. Savor the win. Sky's the limit at Sky River Casino. Join today at Sky River.
Welcome back to Hard Health Park. Republic huddling here, and they've got a couple of subs.
Obviously, straight swaps in those positions, swapping like for like. I think Ryan Spalding maybe provides a little bit more defensively. We saw the threat of Manny Perez on the right-hand side for Louisville. And Ryan Spalding a little more natural on the defensive end of things than maybe Dominic Vanner. So I think that's maybe why that change has come so early.
And we're about to get underway here. No score through 45 minutes. Pirano will let it run all the way back to Danny Vidiello. Each team with a solid look right in the 6, neither able to convert, and so we remain scoreless through the first half of play. And we go back, averaging 5 goals a game between these two, for really how good defensively these two teams have been throughout the years. Quite astonishing. Here tonight is probably what we figured we usually would see. But there's still 45 minutes to play, and Sacramento scored 3 goals in a 7-minute span in Louisville a year ago. Just played a bit here, and Spalding is going to have the tough task of trying to keep Manny Perez, who really, Adam, has had his way along this right side here.
And he's done a really good job of just timing his runs, when to go. How many times you just saw him get into a ball first?
Well done by Benitez as the throw from Tosh. Tosh keeps it low. Spalding with his first touch since week 1. And does really well with it. And should be last touch by Lou City. Apparently not. It'll be a throw for Tosh again. A bit of pressure here from Sacramento, is able to get a foot to it. It's Kyle Adams in the nick of times. Adam with quality matches with Real Monarchs in San Diego, and his size is a little bit daunting. You look at him sort of off paper as this one trickles to Vitiello, but in person he is much bigger, agile, and he just gives you quality minutes no matter where he goes, and he's got to be happy competing for a championship here with Lou City. Cicerone turning inward, finding Pirano, who sprays forward. In pursuit behind is Serrano as he ran out of options. And Chibi Okebu wins it right back.
These are the moments, Sacramento. The quicker they can move that ball side to side, they can get it out to Ryan Spalding. And when it takes a couple extra passes, you're just allowing the other team to get over. The space isn't there as much. Less time, and then, as we've seen, you give the ball up. Skip those lines, just someone being a little more direct.
Wilson, he's going to hoof one right into the middle there, charging forward, looking for a first game goal here tonight. Lou City trying to spark Philip Goodrum. Quality delivery on this right side from Wilson. We talked about his passing ability. Didn't see a lot of it, 24, but he can start finding connection with Philip Goodrum. This is going to be a dangerous side, even maybe more so than they already are.
Just how wide the 3 center backs are. Louisville really open up the field, and that one goes to no one. And for Sacramento, maybe they can look for that as well. Benitez, Chibi tried that one. Just maybe we can stretch them a little bit, or go for that bigger diagonal. At the same time, finding balls into the feet.
Cicerone hustling to it. Blake Willie will find Felipe. And the recovery by Lou City has been something to marvel at tonight. Giving Republic very little space to operate. Chipping it perfectly. Back heel from Spalding finds Cicerone. Russ will turn inward. 3 jerseys to work through. Russ staying on his feet. Tosh. And the battle continues in the middle of the field here. Serrano playing it forward, and he takes a hit. And we will have a talking to, but no booking, as Serrano may have taken one to the nose.
We should call as he released that ball, Ray Serrano. The break was on once again. It's going to be down that left-hand side. McFadden, I think, probably had it covered, and Pirano Did just leave a little bit on Ray Serrano. He's not happy about it. But it is a free kick. Lewis Jamieson, bright start in that first game, his first appearance for the Republic here.
This one's floated and a foul. And Lewis talking on the podcast with Connor Sutton saying, I actually thought Russell scored that. I was almost running to celebrate. The ball came to me and decided to put it away for an insurance. Well, good thing he did. It ended up being the game winner. Holding is Jamieson here. Ordonez is able to get to it. A good cut in here by Benitez, the overrun. Willie evading Davila. Back up on his feet, and Perez now. Evan Davila has been active along with his brother there, the two central midfielders. A little miscommunication there between Spalding and Willie. Perez looking to beat Benitez, and Benitez able to shield him well. A goal kick for Vidiello. Well, soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. SeatGeek, your tickets to great seats.
Yellow just reading the play, what his options are, and for Sacramento, if they do opt to play short, which they don't on this occasion, Louisville were stepped so far up the midfielders. There is so many chances to play into the feet of Cicerone and Lewis Jamieson, and something you want to see a little bit more. You do take that risk, obviously, of playing it short, allowing the opponents to get right on top of you, but risk reward at times.
Comes off of Davila, looking to save it, keep it in possession, unable to stay in play as Wilson. He'll throw for the Republic in front of their bench players. The Tower Bridge Battalion up and cheering, getting this crowd into it, trying to see a bit of a spark. And I think for both teams, they're just trying to sort of command the game, and I think both are having a trouble doing so, Adam.
Yeah, neither team has really imposed their dominance quite yet.
Almost a step from Pirano. And they're going to walk it back here. Foul against Sacramento, or?
I think it was a challenge initially by Ryan Spalding. The referee was thinking about playing advantage, but I don't think Perez really wanted him to do so. He was just running a bunch of Republic bodies.
Tosh in trouble here. Spalding all over him. Able to find a teammate, and this one will run out of play. Felipe over the head. Chibu Kebu comes all the way from the back, and now it's Pirano inside the circle looking away to get out of it. It's Cicerone cutting to the outside. Flying is Gurr. Cicerone will send it back centrally. He was looking for Jamieson. And Republic are able to keep possession. Spalding, a little bit of a drag dribble. This one's floated into the 6, headed back. to Damian Loss. And congratulations to Sean Tosh. He is now the all-time leader in minutes played, surpassing Bernardo Forbes. 33-year-old out of Illinois in his 9th season. And what a absolutely incredible feat. That means you've been healthy, you've been good, and you've been able to sustain quite a career. So congratulations to Sean Tosh.
Yeah, great achievement for him, and we'd love to cap it with a win for his team tonight. But as you mentioned, it's not only just being healthy, it's been selected by the coach. And he's done a great job of that throughout his career, and he's going to add many more minutes to that record.
Great boot here from Vitiello. Lewis Jamison was offside, but man, trying to spring something from the back. Danny Vitiello. Willie going to make a step. It'll be a throw for Lou City. No score into the 57th minute.
Sacramento a couple minutes ago had that chance. Ryan Spalding getting up there, and that's where when you need someone coming at the back post. It was a dangerous ball. It was a good ball into a dangerous area, and just no one at the end of it. So it doesn't look like a great ball at the end of the day, but you got to get people in the box. When you have your wide players, you know they're going to be looking to get a cross in.
16 goals combined for these two teams in the first 3 matchups. Nothing here in the 4th, but so far both teams have had a dangerous look or two, but no one able to convert. Sacramento applying a little bit more pressure here to start the second half. Can they take advantage? Here's Luis Felipe. Felipe cutting it back, almost too unselfish. Probably time to give it a ride. Serrano being able to recover, and down the left flank as Jack Err is able to get in front. As McFadden, and a bit of pressure near the 6 from Philip Goodrum.
Oh, what a chance for the Republic. It's good pressure by Ryan Spalding, forces them into a mistake. Luis Felipe just can't get that ball right, and you have to give credit to Taylor Davila. He was the one that initiated the pressure, and Jack Gert is down on the ground just off the screen. He's going to need a little bit of treatment.
He's stretching out his hamstrings there, not quite sure if that left one there. And feels like maybe he'll be all right. They're going to give him a moment.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to be careful, because we saw this. We saw this last year with Jack Berry. He felt a little bit of something, and then he tried a long run, and he ended up missing a few weeks. So early days, you do not want to take any risks. You've got options on the bench, we saw former player Keko. He was a great example of that. You know, anytime he felt a little bit of something, he's like, guys, it's the 10th minute, I'm done here. I know. And then he'd be back in a week and a half. Right?
You're right. Or didn't miss time, right?
Yes. Yeah, I just kind of knew his body, and obviously that's through experience. I was the same towards the end of my career. I'd done those kind of injuries enough. You kind of know those triggers early. You're like, nah, it's just cramp. I'll go for it. And it's not just cramp. You're out a month or 2 after that.
Well, and you're competitive, and you're feeling like, nope, you power through it, and you'll be fine. And you know, mentally you might be there, but physically it doesn't always match up. But a lot of activity on the Republic bench as well, as we might see some changes in the way that this thing is gone for Sacramento. They just really haven't been able to have the scoring opportunities. And so what changes will you likely see as you see Sebastian Herrera getting a hug from Jared Mazzola?
That's a good addition to the game. He's going to add a little bit of more physicality up top. And the decision is who do you take out? You get Christian Pirano, you've got Lewis Jamison, who's put in a shift. And maybe you keep Jamison in, and he can play off of Sebastian Herrera.
What I love about Jared Mazzola too is that He's been the backup to one of the best keepers in USL Championship. He's the friendliest guy. You see him hugging, congratulating, encouraging every single one of his teammates. He's never sulking. He's always there, and you just love that energy from a guy that, you know, is probably not going to get the minutes just because of who he's got in front of him.
Yeah, and those backup goalkeepers, again, we speak about goalkeepers in general, right? They're a little bit different, but those guys, the amount of work that they do, they're probably the hardest working people at practice, because, you know, it's like, hey, I'm going to take extra shots. Hey, all right, Jared's probably in for those. And then, yeah, you might not get rewarded with the amount of minutes, but I love seeing those guys who put their time in and then finally do get an opportunity wherever it may be and get a good career from it. And I've seen plenty of those things happening.
Well, how many times, you know, as an outfield player, you know that your time, if you're in the 18, could probably come, but as a backup keeper, it's probably less likely. To stay mentally ready has got to be something on its own, as Ordonez electing to send that away. As Russell Cicerone wants it in quickly. Spalding gets it to him. Spalding brought in from Tampa Bay. He's officially on loan from New England. This one's played into the box, sent clear again. Willie out to Chibi Ukebu, former Academy players who are having some seasons in 2025. Good look again for Sacramento. Chibi right back. Davila. Pirano chasing him. Davila's in the circle, is going to send it through. Goodrum's in space. Here comes Kleeman, and he clears him through. Freddie Kleeman with a recovery, and Danny Vitiello's way outside his box. And now Cicerone gets a foot to it. Bit of hustle and effort on both sides of the pitch for Sacramento fans. You gotta love what you're seeing here, Adam.
Yeah, things opening up a little bit. Freddie Kleeman once again just gets the timing perfect on that slide tackle.
And Philip Goodrum just making his run, circling back, trying to get some position. Here's Wilson on the give and go, right back again. Here's Goodrum, it's stopped by Vitiello. Perez. Goodrum looking to turn. He wants it on his right. Davila is there and off the face of Cicerone. And he's going to take a moment. I hope he's okay. That is definitely one that does not feel good.
And what a save that was from Danny Vitiello just a minute before. And that's just how threatening this Louisville side can be. All of a sudden, kind of out of nothing, they go on the counter-attack, almost get a goal. Great challenge by Freddie Kleeman, and then a quick combination, and Danny Vitiello's forced in a really good stop.
Well, just depending on what happens to Russell Cicerone here, they're going to definitely go through their protocols here. That was a point-blank range attempt from the right side. It's not going to feel good. So you might see Sebastian Herrera come in. Well, for Cicerone, but he's put the jersey back on. So we'll see what Neil Collins does here. Gives both teams step, and you see Freddie Kleeman and Ryan Spalding, former teammates at Tampa Bay, having a conversation about coverage and rotation. And what a game here, Adam. No score from either side, but and it's quality soccer right now. And I'm almost ashamed that we're having this so early in the year, because you really want to see these teams really in full swing. But both teams, they're fired up for this one. And Lou City would love to come here after what happened here 2 years ago. They lost 5-0, the worst loss in Lou City's history.
This was that quick combination. It was a lovely run in the behind Freddie Kleeman, and I think Goodrum should have taken that slightly. Kind of hesitated just enough, and the dink was on. He took it slightly earlier, just let that ball run across his body, and Danny Vitiello, that's all he wanted was a little bit of extra time, make himself bigger, get closer. Makes that goal a lot smaller the closer you get to that striker.
Cicerone, you pretty much drag him off the pitch, so I don't know what they're going to go here. They're going to take out Lewis Jamison, so Neil Collins decides to keep Russ in. Apparently got the okay, says he's okay. Lewis Jamison, I know he feels frustrated. You can see it on his face. They just didn't get a lot of opportunities tonight, and this has been a defense that has retreated well. They've been able to get back in position, and just not a step for Lewis tonight. And so here comes Sebastian Herrera, and for you, Adam, what does Seba do in terms of Republican looks and how they attack this game?
Well, I think, again, Sacramento, Lewis Jameson had a really bright start to this game when they were finding his feet, and then they didn't do it as much. And Sebastian Herrera, if you don't find his feet, he's not going to run in behind as much. So you've got to find his feet, and then you've got to get others underneath. Russell Cicerone, Christian Pirano, they've then got to help him. But he's such a fantastic outlet.
Cross coming in, Goodrum. Finding back, Serrano! Almost a world-class goal from the youngster from the Pacific Northwest. And it sails a bit high and wide. Second time tonight he has tested Danny Vitiello.
Yeah, he was a full stretch as well there, Danny Vitiello. You can tell usually by a goalkeeper whether they think that's going in or not, and he was full extension. He'll say he had it covered, but that was not far away from the racer. That's a guy who's full of confidence. That's a really tough shot.
Serrano, a young player of the year finalist. He had 8 goals, 6 assists, and now it's again Goodrum who's been able to get past that back line, but doing enough again is Benitez and company. Shielding, beautifully headed for Spalding. Perez is able to get back, and now Sacramento in possession. This is where they've been as good as anybody, and the opponents have the number of passes they're completing is really quite astounding. They've played 3 games so far, and they are the league leading team when it comes to holding possession on the opponent's side of the pitch. They're going to find a way to turn it into more goals, though. Luis Felipe, and just beyond his stretch.
I've seen a couple times now the ball played into Sebastian Herrera. He's chested one down. He's flicked another on with his head. He's capable of that, bringing others into the game that way.
USL Championship on CBS and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on CBS Golazo Network, ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com for the entire TV's listings. Couple national games coming up. Early May for Republic, and then toward the end of the season as well. Chibi Okebu making his name a bit known here. Good step from the youngster. Finding Seba, looking to find Seba, or Ordonez again. Here comes pressure. Yellow trying to spread, see if they can find something. Nicely headed. Seba and company, but unfortunately the turnover, the second doesn't seem to be there for the Republic tonight. Stretch this Lou City team, and probably going to look back at game film and go, these were our chances. We've got to do better. It's a tight one, though, and it just feels like there's going to be that moment here tonight. In about 20 minutes or so left, Adam, and now changes for Lou City.
Substitutions coming in for Louisville City. Guys with some good experience.
Good step there from Seba. The goal coming through. Oh, what a fantastic effort. Sacramento's Christian Pirano. 70th minute goal here in Sacramento. It all started with Seba, though, Adam.
And you want your substitutes to make an impact, and Sebastian Herrera has done that. Brilliant pressure. There's no need for him to chase that. Forces a heavy touch. And Christian Pirano had a lot of time to think about it, but gets it perfectly right in the middle of the goal. And it's 1-0 Sacramento. Rob, you felt something was going to happen, and it does. 70th minute. Now that's going to change the way this game finishes, because Louisville will not want to leave this state without any points, so they're going to go for it a little bit.
Pirano coming to Sacramento midway through 2023. 2 goals, 2 assists in 2024. Gets number 1 in 2025 in dramatic fashion here in week number 5 for Sacramento.
And he did well, Christian Pirano. I'll tell you what, at practice, you get a chance to do that, he'll do it 10 times out of 10, but you're in front of 10,000 people and everyone knows that, hey, that goal's empty, you better make this. There's a lot of pressure on you.
When I always think, Adam, plays like that, you don't typically practice from that distance. I mean, you're just sending balls, but to have it when it counts, you're right. That has got to mean something, and for Christian Pirano, it does. Number 1 on the year, game number 4 for Sacramento.
He held his nerve, and it's great for him. That's what you want to see from him. More productivity, more goals, more assists. We know he's capable of, exciting at times, but that end product is what you want to see, and hopefully that just continues to boost his confidence.
Well, here comes Lou City. The pressure, they're flying. Spalding sends it. Perez, he's been dangerous, and Spalding is coming at an impact defensively.
Big time. I think this second half we have not seen much of Manny Perez.
Pirano again, sliding forward. Seba. They came off the bench together in the first 2 matches. Seba got the start, as did Pirano. Now Pirano getting the start tonight, and Seba off the bench. The 2 connect, and unfortunately for Seba, that should be an assist, really. And now the crowd getting into it, stomping their feet here at Hard Health Park. They can feel it. The flag is up on Sebastian Herrera. Talking about young players, it was not that long ago Christian Pirano was the young player of the year. 7 goals, 6 assists with San Antonio back in 2019. Kleeman. This one skirts through to Serrano. Serrano's had 2 looks tonight. A tested video. You can see Lou City, they are chasing this one now. Davila will calm things. Willie will continue to be a pest. Pirano has got to feel that adrenaline pumping right now. He's got to be careful though, Adam.
Yeah, plenty of time left in this one, and as we saw a few weeks ago, unfortunately.
Perez goes right inside. Spalding gets there cleanly. What a tackle. The 2 collide is Benitez. And they're going to bring out the training staffs from both, as apparent a head injury as Perez is down on the turf. Very dangerous, but Ryan Spalding able to break yet another look for Lou City, and quickly up is Perez. And so the medical staff will head back to their inlines or the sidelines here. If you look at this game and how it has gone, Adam Moffat, the way that we see it's back and forth, a couple of chances here, it just feels like you have to capitalize in these moments when great teams get together. It's rarely going to be a 4-3 match like we saw last year. Tonight is more of what you've expected, where it's going to be looks, and if you don't capitalize, it may cost you, and that may be the case here tonight. But still plenty of time, about 15 plus to go.
Yeah, and the goal has come off a mistake, you'll put it down to. Again, a little bit of a forced mistake, but a mistake from the goalkeeper. It's one guy you don't really want to make a mistake.
So Adrian Perez comes in for Jansen Wilson, and then Evan Davila is replaced by Niall McCabe.
Just another player that can make a good impact. Perez.
Perez, a goal on the year already in his 2nd season with Lou City. Beautiful ball to Cicerone. Cicerone unable to drag it. Pirano turning, cutting in front was Davila. And Freddie Kleeman is run over. Good defending. Choosing the right health plan for you and your family is simple with Western Health Advantage. Check out their affordable plans. They've been keeping the community strong for more than 25 years. Go online, westernhealth.com. So changes here for Lou City. Number 11, and Niall here, 11th season with Lou City. He's the longest tenured player in the league. To give you a sense, Adam, Lou City's only been around for 11 years. Here's Russell Cicerone.
The foul was given against Sebastian Herrera on the hold-up play.
Luis Felipe has a few words for the referee, Matthew Corrigan. Lou City down a goal. Christian Pirano. From distance just a few minutes ago. This Lou City side has turned up the energy. Cicerone tried to dummy him to go the other way. She's just bouncing all around. Seems all kinds of trouble, and Pirano's going to chest it down and see if he can keep possession for Sacramento, but it is a swarm of bees, to say the least, from this Lou City side, who continues to move the ball quickly. Into the left side it comes. Chibi Okebu trying to push him into the corner, and he'll send it out of play. Republic, though, they're looking at a very different Lou City side right now. They have really ratcheted up the energy.
A little chaotic out there, you would say, the last few minutes. And it just does take a little bit of composure. You don't want to, in Sacramento, you want to keep that composure. You want to make sure you're still taking care of the ball. You don't want to just sit back and just let the other team come at you.
And Chibi will concede. Serrano to throw. They'll relinquish. Pirano from just inside the circle is. It was Seb. Here's an opportunity though, and the whistle comes in. As set piece unable to result for much for Lou City. Will Select, proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the big league, Select is there every step of the way. Select, the player's choice.
Louisville, they've scored 7 goals this season coming into this one, and 3 of those have been in between the 75th and the 90th minute. So this is a time where they keep putting the pressure on when they do need one. They've yet to go a game without scoring a goal this year.
Well, the Republic are about to make some changes, and they're going to put essentially what Neil Collins says is the coach on the field, and you can hear some of the crowd on this side feeling it, as number 8 has moved to the 4th official. Holding, here's Pirano dealing. Pirano trying to find some room. And it hits the referee, unfortunately.
Poor ref.
I'm actually surprised it doesn't happen a lot more often. It's a little drop ball. Quickly, Cicerone turning. Cicerone trying to find a bit of room, but Kyle Adams is there to cut it off. Chibi floating. Adams there. Willie, Chibi. Okebu. Republic do a nice job to get out of it. Seba's drugged to the turf. And now Lou City is Davila flying through. A lot of contact. This is going to be advantage played for Lou City. Over the top it goes, looking for Perez. Spalding headed by Perez as Vitiello waits for it in the 6. And the crowd can breathe a sigh of relief out of Moffitt.
They're going to go for this, Louisville, and you see the transition. You've got to be switched on back in the back defensively. Perez does get on the end of it, just can't avoid putting that header into the hands of Vitiello and Sebastian.
Herrera holding. Cicerone gets the second opportunity. Cicerone has to come back for it, finds a teammate. Another look for Pirano. That would have been special. Difficulty level at max. And number 8. Rodrigo Lopez is getting a standing ovation here in Sacramento as he's going to replace Christian Pirano, who, as it stands, has the game-winning goal for Sacramento.
And he'd love it to stay that way. Christian Pirano, it's a good shift from him. Took the goal really, really well. And now we get a chance, and the fans love seeing this guy who's about to come into the game, Rodrigo Lopez.
Rodrigo Lopez returning to Hard Health Park. It was nearly a year ago in the U.S. Open Cup where he suffered an ACL injury against the San Jose Earthquakes, a game in which the Republic won. He made his season debut in Tulsa late in the game, and the captain, the legend Rodrigo Lopez, back on the turf here in Sacramento. Moving quickly, Perez and company for Lou City. Dia on this left side, he's added a burst of energy, typically a starter. This one's curling in. Vidiello had to come up and snatch it through the air.
Jacker is down again. And that might signal the end of his night.
And they're going to look to bring a change. I would imagine it's going to be Edwards. You're right, it's a left hamstring again, and you're not going to take chances, and it looks like he's probably pushed it about as far as he can, and about 10 minutes to go in this game. There is no need for it, as this is a player you want to have for the rest of the season in top form. So Jacker, yet another one. This is sort of becoming tough to swallow at him. I mean, you lose Nick Ross a couple of weeks ago. You had Jared Timmer out. Rodrigo Lopez, of course, coming back. Ryan Spalding goes down.
Lee Desmond.
Lee Desmond's is going to be out for a couple of weeks, and
yeah, it is tough. And again with Jacker, it's just hope he hasn't done any more damage. I mean, again, your body's kind of, especially hamstrings, and unfortunately, I've dealt with a lot of that. Your body's telling you. Super fan Sharon Anderson right there waving that flag. She was on camera. She's off, and again, your body is just telling you, you know, you've done a little bit of damage, and when you do keep going, you do run the risk of just making it worse. You get a tiny little tear in there, and I hope it's not too bad for him. Danny Cruz, former teammate of mine.
He's 32 years of age, became the youngest head coach to take his team to the title match in USL Championship history.
It's pretty good, no? He was a great, fantastic teammate. Loved the guy. Still love him, even though he's going against them tonight, right? I'll say that, but
I was quite familiar with Neil Collins as well, and you could tell within 5 minutes of hanging out with Danny Cruz why guys love playing for him, because he is a infectious personality, competitive, but someone that, you know, just drawn to, and there's no
he's replaced by number 23.
No reason this Lou City team, you won't see them as a favorite again from the Eastern Conference. So Jacker is going to walk off the pitch on his own. And A.J. Edwards comes into the match as a substitution. And we'll see whether or not you have Neil Collins switching up maybe formation a little bit here. Will they, A.J.'s versatile, play center back position. Will they drop him back? It's going to be interesting to see whether they kind of look at this game and the personnel out there.
I think for him, it's going in as, I don't think he needs to go in with the intent of, hey, can you produce in the attack like Jack Gurr does. It's just don't let anything come down that left-hand side of Louisville's. And he can do that. Edwards, he can make sure that he's solid at the back. You can sit a little bit deeper. You don't need to take any risks. It's the end of the game. This is how you manage a game.
Jacker walking back to the bench, which is a good sign. And meanwhile, another Republic player, and that looks severe. Seba once again. He'll jog back into the play. Over the top, Edwards going to be tested early with Dia riding his hip. Here's Rodrigo Lopez. His first touch. A lot of credit to number 8. I mean, how hard you have to work to get back to playing shape, and just, you know, beyond the the drive and whatever you have, Adam, I can only imagine mentally how unfun this is for 10 months.
Oh, it's brutal. I did it myself when I was 21, maybe.
Good step here. Davila floating. Chibi is there. Rodrigo Lopez. And that's going to be a foul on Lou City. Recklessly flying in is Adrian Perez.
That's a funny one. I look at both of them at their legs up. The referee gives it to Sacramento.
And with that pause in action, let's take a moment here from Pacific Office Automation.
Pacific Office Automation is your one-stop shop for office technology, copiers and printers, managed IT,
Kyle
unified
Adams,
communications, and more. Visit pacificoffice.com. Pacific Office Automation. Problem solved.
Well, Kyle Adams dragging Sebastian Herrera to the ground, and he'll receive the game's very first booking, 86 minutes. That might be a record, Adam Moffat.
It's been a while. That's a long time, and it's fortunate there, Kyle Adams. Sebastian Herrera gets on the other side of him, and he's such a nuisance, Herrera. We've seen that as he's come into the game. He causes the goal, and now he's got his team a free kick in a very, very dangerous area.
Yellow card presented by Caltrans, the California Office of Traffic Safety, and I'll say this, hats off to Matthew Kerrigan, because you know what? I love that he has not made himself a part of this game. It is fantastic. He has officiated this game well. It's physical, high stakes.
And he got himself a touch as well.
He got himself a touch.
Fans like he got a touch, but he's done really, really well, the referee.
Here's Rodrigo Lopez. Lopez specialty up through his loss. And bodies flying everywhere. Sacramento will get another look at it. Awfully close to the game's second goal there. What a delivery from Rodrigo Lopez. And it's Ryan Spalding will take his time to throw. It's not what Russell Cicerone was trying to do. Imagine about 5 minutes of stoppage time with the goal and the injury here. Freddie Kleeman unhappy. He's going to go right back in the air again. Sean Tosh, the all-time minutes leader now, surpassing Canardo Forbes in the 56th minute. USL Championship minutes played. Two-title winner with the Lou City side here. This one falls to Vidiello. Well, join us back here, Hart Health Park, U.S. Open Cup, third round, El Farolito from the Bay Area. That's April 16th, 7 o'clock. And get your tickets. Adam, this is a club that upset a couple weeks ago, Monterey Bay. And Monterey Bay, this one's a bit dangerous, right at the top of the standings. This is a quality team this year. Also gave LAFC a run last year. So Monterey Bay knows what it feels like to create some upsets. So now they're on the other end of it.
Yeah, I think for the Republic, we'll hope to wrap up the cup run for El Farolito, the Burrito Boys.
When you look at how this tournament has captured the audience, of course, Sacramento falling in 2023 into Orlando, in Orlando. Cicerone, a little toe poke and a late touch from Sean Tosh, says there's nothing in it, and the referee will stop, but there will be a substitution as well, as Russell Cicerone is holding his ankle off the pitch. That is not a good sign.
It's back on now, but yeah, going back to the Open Cup, what a fantastic tournament, and it's good to see more MLS teams back in there as well, and you just hear these kind of stories, and it just adds to the history of the competition in a country that doesn't have the biggest history of this sport. So it's like you gotta really respect that, and I was disappointed when MLS kind of backed out of that. I loved playing in the Open Cup when I was playing in MLS.
Lou City threatening here. Opportunity getting low, sends it away is Freddie Kleeman. Here's 8 minutes of stoppage time brought to you by Sacramento County Department of Health Services. And you could just hear the crowd going, 8 minutes?
I think a little surprised. I thought Roro was coming back in the game for a second.
Well, there was the really 2 injury stoppages and the goal. And of course, Sacramento fans, a little PTSD to say the least after 2 weeks ago here. Vidiello. Seba. As Dia will head it backwards. Kleeman waiting for it is Josh Jones, meanwhile, who came into the game while Cicerone was down on the turf. Big body trying to cause some havoc as Herrera and Adams battling for a bit of position.
He's just up there to get those long balls and people playing off him. The size of makes Freddie Kleeman look a little small.
Signing his first professional contract with the club after breakout. This one's a good cross in. Kleeman finding Spalding, and Spalding will force a throw-in for Lou City. Louisville saw Christian Pirano put it in the back of their net after Sebastian Herrera was able to force Damian Loss way out of his goal, and Herrera in the 70th minute. That is the difference maker. 8 minutes of stoppage time. Dia the throw. Davila waiting. Davila, the left foot, which is his dominant foot, and Ryan Spalding all over him. And now Benitez is able to clear. Roro, Cicerone in stride. Kyle Adams chasing him. Number 11 will cut it back. Cicerone finding Roro trying to chip him. Lost played it perfectly. And Roro getting the crowd going now here at Hart Health Park.
They would have got going there if he put that in the back of the net. Great play initially. He knew where Russell was. He just loved the run just behind the back of the defenders. Keeps himself onside. And he just with a little left foot dink. And the keeper made up for it.
Everybody standing at Hart Health Park, stomping their feet on the metal bleachers. And Seba's going to camp out. And it will be a goal kick. As quickly as you see Damian Loss running into the ad board there as he tried to hurry to get the ball to get his team back going. They've still got about 5 minutes here in stoppage time.
Sky River Casino board there.
That's one way to get an extra plug.
Yeah.
Cicerone's got Herrera to his left. How question B here, Adam? How can Republic manage this game out?
You move the ball around like this, you know, obviously sometimes you get players going in the corner. It's only the 94th minute. There is 4 more minutes. And that's a good way of doing it. Get yourself a free kick and take your time. Don't be in a rush to take this. Is one thing I learned when I played. Don't be in a rush to take it when you're winning.
And what I love that just Sebastian Herrera, when he's on your team, he has to be so annoying to play with late in games like this.
I have played with teammates.
With better, against not good. Yeah.
Yeah, you love him on your team. Against, no.
Now Cicerone will get in the mix. Cicerone. It'll be another goal kick. And Lasha's really having a bit of struggle here of trying to find the right ball to use. We'll send this forward. Felipe goes up in the air. Kyle Adams Looking for Perez. Spalding is there. Perez is able to get in front. Here comes Vitiello. Vitiello is taken down. Both players going for the ball there. I don't know if there's anything into it. I know Vitiello took a really tough blow to the left thigh there. Man, that is just that's just two players going at it.
Yeah, very dangerous. And Glado's trying to say he was pushed into Vitiello, which it was a shoulder jab. There's nothing in it, and there's nothing. Sam Glado was not trying to hurt the goalkeeper either. It's just unfortunate coming together.
Sam Glado, formerly of Monterey Bay.
Hopefully Danny Vitiello is okay and just kind of a bit of gamesmanship right here, trying to manage it. There's no real injury that can get hurt on those, and again, there's no intent from Sam Glado. He just gets a little knock from Freddie Kleeman, but once again, you see the threat of Perez just flicking that header on.
Glado goes all the way back to Reno. Did you play against Sam when he was at Reno 1868? I'm trying to think if that was just after or not, but he's been around.
He has been around. I can't remember. It's all.
I mean, we're starting to lose players that have been around that long. Right now, we're breaking.
I don't. Not many people I played with are still playing. Yeah. The coaches now. You get Danny Cruz down there, right. Neil Collins, guys I played with or against.
So Vitiello appears to be okay. Kleeman and Glado coming together. It's one of those moments for a goalkeeper. You've got to decide quickly, and man, you've got someone flying in your direction. We'll register now for the 2025 summer camps on the Republic website. Sign up by April 18th. You can save $20. There's 10 camps across the entire summer for your youngster. Edwards and Chibi. And the flag goes up. Now the assistant referees. Christian Perano's 70th minute goal is the difference in Northern California between Louisville City and Sacramento. Crowd stomping their feet again. They can feel it.
And it's been a really good performance, especially this second half from Sacramento. I'm disappointed that the 3 games they've won 1, tied 1, lost 1, and you wanted to see what kind of response they were going to give after their kind of poor second half against Tulsa last time out. But
Dabla flying through. Lou City dangerous. Lou City to the right side. Perez. This one's floated. Out comes Vitiello. Vitiello punches it away. Follow-up is in. Oh, no. Another late game goal. The 4th in 3 games for Sacramento. And it's tied 1-1 as Amadou Dia levels this game in stoppage time.
Yeah, spoke a little too early and they managed to get it. Amadou Dia didn't get the start tonight, but he has made a big impact. And that is one Danny Vitiello will be wanting back. And he kind of lured into coming for this. There's plenty of height on that cross. Doesn't get there, and it's a real fortunate goal. It's Roro kicks it off the head of Dia, and it goes into the goal. It's really unfortunate and fortunate, whatever side you root for. And Freddie Kleeman despairingly cannot block it, and out of nothing.
What a break for Lou City. And Sacramento's torture of a start of the year continues. Just as it felt like 2 weeks ago when it was in the bag, tonight felt more of the same.
Ooh,
and Ryan Spalding takes a massive shot, and Manny Perez is getting up, arguing quite the opposite, and Spalding is still slow to return to his feet.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting a yellow card. I think he's looking at the ball, but he does not get the ball, and he ends up just going straight into Ryan Spalding. Now this place would erupt right here.
Well, there's no one better to have over the ball, and maybe what could be the final play of this game. Amadou Dia just tied the game a minute ago in stoppage time. We're in the 100th minute. It's Rodrigo Lopez. probably the best set-piece taker in the USL Championship. In his first game back in almost a year from an ACL injury. Now with an opportunity to reclaim the 3 points. Roro goes right for goal, and Loss sends it away. Oh, what a magic that would have been. Quickly in, Edwards, back for Roro. Roro's tripped up by Perez. And Matthew Corrigan blows his final whistle as no foul was given to Rodrigo Lopez.
He just flopped to the ground, looking for the free kick, and the referee didn't want to do it, and that is a disappointing way to end this one.
So Sacramento felt like they had the 3 points in the bag. Lopez looks to clear it, and unfortunately, Amadou Dia was just waiting. Puts his head a bit forward, and into the net it goes. Freddie Kleeman can't get to it despite all he tries. And Adam, the way that you've seen these 4 games go, if you just were to watch game film and not the score, you'd think Sacramento has a perfect record. Really disheartening here to see this one end up 1-1.
Yeah, it is, and they had a really good second half, and that's all it takes is just one unfortunate break, and that was the case. It was just not to be for Sacramento once again. They're only at 5 points, and they could be at 12, but early days. We get a little look at Christian Perano there. He is our Western Health Advantage man of the match.
Feeling a bit dejected after what just happened. The crowd a bit stunned here at Heart Health Park as well, Adam. And it's just, this is not something you want to get in the habit of, but to tell you what, you look at this team, their fight, their spirit. It's been a couple of uncharacteristic moments, but you know what? Colorado Springs didn't win their first 6 matches. Going to win it all. There's no panic here. Well, post game's coming up. Republic with a draw with Louisville City, the top club in the Eastern Conference. More to come here in the post game show.
SMUD's Clean Power City movement is happening. Hundreds of thousands have joined the charge. They're taking action, driving electric, making clean power choices, and saving money with SMUD rebates. Together, we're creating clean power cities, while SMUD keeps our promise to deliver world-class safety, reliability, and some of the lowest rates in California. The Clean Power City movement is changing the world, one charge at a time. For 99 ways to join the charge, visit cleanpowercity.org.
How do you build a community that thrives? By staying active, by working and playing together, and by building strong bones and bodies with food that's simple, local, and fresh. Crystal Creamery has proudly supported Central Valley athletes and athletic programs since 2012. Because when you nourish a community, the community thrives. Crystal Creamery, simple, local, fresh.
If we can bring new life into the world, why can't we bring new hope to those who need it most? If we can remove cancer, why can't we remove hunger? If we can rebuild bodies, why can't we rebuild entire communities? Better health takes more than healthcare. UC Davis Health. Believe in better.
Our first goal is we want kids to come out here and have fun. Yes, there you go. They're also going to grow, they're going to develop, and they're going to get a good taste of Sac Republic. Lots of learning and lots of fun to be had.
Minute, Amadou Dia levels this one 1-1, and there's Christian Perano getting the Tower Bridge Battalion Man of the Match scarf. Let's take a look at our highlights early on. 10 minutes into this game, these teams came out flying at them.
They did, and they were going to go. This chance was Freddie Kleeman, great slide tackle. denied that opportunity. Goodrum thought he was going to go through on the goalkeeper, and there was a few times Freddie Kleeman did that tonight really well. And here's another save by Danny Vitiello. The combination was great.
Really the save of the night.
Yeah, it made himself really, really big.
And then here was this from Seba, forcing loss out of his box, and Christian Pirano dead center. 1-0, and Sacramento feeling the crowd. Felt like 3 points in the bag. We'd go to stoppage time. There were some injuries. We had the goals. 8 minutes put on the clock. And we have another injury in stoppage time. Vitiello sends it. Lopez tries to clear. Amadou Dia just happened to be in the perfect spot. And the tough break continues. Kleeman almost sent that clear. Amadou Dia, his first goal on the year, and that's the way it ends, and everyone a bit shocked. Let's take a look at our Western Health Advantage upcoming schedule, though, shall we?
Yeah, they've got to get back to it. You know, it is disappointing, but they have another tough game next week against the team is always going to give you a good challenge, Orange County SC.
They'll be on the road for that one, and then the U.S. Open Cup here in Sacramento on April 16th, and then at Phoenix that same week, and then the Jägermeister Cup, my friend, coming.
And because we talk about the performances are great, but you want the points as well. So,
well, opportunity again. Long season ahead, still 30-plus games to go. That'll do it from us here from Heart Health Park. Want to appreciate our entire indomitable production crew. Our producer, David Saunders, director, Joe Condry. I'm Ron McAllister. He's Adam Moffat. 1-1 final, Sacramento, Louisville. See you next weekend.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.